Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been a week since I posted that last video. Um, got over 17,000 views, 300 and some shares, almost 3,000 hours. You need 4,000 to get monetized. I want to thank you all for all your opinions and comments. I've tried answering every one. I even gave my email out to people. What else to talk about? I mean, what do you all want to know? I mean, you can ask me anything. I can put this out there. But if you want to know about things like the Philippines, before you come over, check out. They got poisonous spiders. They got poisonous snakes. Poisonous Filipinas. I got good comments. I got negative comments. It doesn't matter. Everybody has an opinion. And like they say, what are our opinions? They're all like assholes. They all stink. Doesn't matter. But I got a good majority of good ones, and I got other guys that are married to Filipinos, some that are having problems, like I am, and asking me what I did. You have to go, like if they retain your passport, you got to go to the police, the local police. They'll go to the barangay captain. The barangay captain will come down with their staff, and they'll solve the issue and get you your information. And if you decide to leave, they will be there to let you leave. Guys have told me they have been threatened. One guy I was discussing with, he also had a brother that passed away, and I guess he was involved with the government. She was with the government. Someone was a government official. I really can't remember it all. We talked a lot. But now they're in Ohio, and they're changing the land from one to the other, and here they are, got Filipinos coming over there, and they just transfer the land to someone's name, and they're allowed to come in and on a tourist or whatever, and they're staying there without getting their visas in America. I told them, go to the U.S. Embassy, report it, do whatever. But guys, Filipinos, you could say whatever you want. There's a lot of guys here that got young Filipinos. They went on Christian Filipina is one site that I know of. Is the main one. And Christian Filipina goes through and checks them all out and makes sure that they haven't been married and all this other stuff and all that. They thoroughly check them. Yes, you got to pay for it. The Filipinos don't. That's up to you. Or best thing to do is get here with boots on the ground. I live in Dumaguete. A good place to start might be Cebu or Manila for you if you like big cities. Manila's crazy. Getting around in traffic, getting around the cabs. 250 pesos. That's $5. Make sure you always take a meter one. Download the Grab app. What else is there? I live here where I live at. I got the mountains over here on this side of me. The ocean's over on this side. I'm like 10 minutes up to Valencia and 5 minutes to the ocean over here in the Dumaguete on the boulevard. You can go on other vloggers like Old Dog, New Tricks, Paul, Mike's Philippine Retirements, Filipina P, Jay in the Philippines, Gio in the Philippines. Yes, there's another Gio. I'm Gio too, but I wasn't married to Maya. And you can see all this, and they travel more. Like me, I'm just a rookie, just starting off on this. But the main thing is, I do appreciate you all, and I do appreciate your time of watching and sharing. Hey, I got like over 300 shares. You guys shared my video. That's fine. I appreciate that. It's getting the word out. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your keister. We'll be nice about it because I don't want YouTube getting me in trouble and someone report me. But also remember here, I can't use people's names in these videos. In the Philippines, we have cyberbullying. When you post something on Facebook or all that, these people will run to the barangay. I guess it's like their little court system. And they will have sit down and talks. They will bring the other people. I ran into this with my ex. They were saying this about her, that. They went to the barangay. Oh my God. And I was in America and I said something about these other Filipinos. And she said, did you put this on Facebook? And the guy was on visual. And I said, yeah. I said, I live in America. I said, I could speak my mind. I said, I don't live in the Philippines, so you can't say nothing. Well, why do you do that? And she was just ranting and raving. It was funny. I wish there was a way I could have recorded that. But anyway, You cannot cyberbully. You cannot use people's names. You have to change names. Call them Joe, Bob, Bill, Waldo. Like go finding Waldo. You got to make up names. You can't use their name, but unless you interview them, that's up to them. But like I said, you do your research. Listen to these other vloggers. I think Paul, like I said, Old Dog's been here 8 years. He's down at Tom Tom's Coffee. Usually see him sitting in there in the mornings or whatever. He bought land now, and the problems he had going through getting the land. Guys, granted, you're going to marry a Filipina in here, that's fine and dandy. When you buy land, that's fine. They're going to love you and everything, build a house. That's great. If they're not going to throw you off the land and kick you out of the house, do a 25-year contract. If you live 25 years, I'm going to be 62 August 12th. It doesn't matter what you do. CYOA, cover your ass. All the time. All the time, guys. I'm learning the hard way. Now I'm out on my own. I just got contacted by Apostle Theomy. That's another thing. Apostle your paperwork. Get all your documents apostoled. Whether it's through your state, like I lived in Florida, so I sent a lot to Florida. I had my name changed. I had to go to North Dakota. Your birth certificate, you got to go to where you're born. I had to go to Maryland. You know what I mean? Get all that apostle paperwork. The biggest thing is that police report. Get that apostoled, okay? And when you come over here, and if you decide you're going to live here, that paperwork's good for 6 months only. If not, CNG Consultants out of Cebu, Heidi Chaos, I call her Mom Heidi, and her staff, Jeff, they're great people. I love them to death. The greatest people. They're going to do all the legwork for me. They tell me when to fly down, I fly down, do whatever I got to do, and I come back home. They had to send it over there because it'll take 15 days to get my VA awards letter that I get paid every month and my police report, my police background check. I paid $18 to the FBI. It takes them 2 months to do that. Who knows what the system going on back there? I don't follow American politics. I don't get into Philippine politics. Yes, I am a Trump supporter. I love Trump. Hey, do whatever. But anyway, you can unsubscribe from me if you don't like that. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, get everything apostle, because the due to papers here was $250 each, plus the shipping, plus everything else that they qualified it on. It came up to $764. If you do it in America, it'll cost you anywhere from $8, $10, $12, up to $20. If you're a veteran, take your copies. You can try at the White House. I done lost money. I sent them up there twice, my 3 DD-214s, for every time I was discharged and got a new DD-214 and all that. They sat there. Excuse me, I'm dumping my cigarette in that butt can. But anyway, they charge you $20 for every one. Plus you have to pay for the shipping there. Plus you pay for the shipping back. That was back during Joe Biden running all that. Everything, like I said, take your time. Make sure you got all your paperwork. What I have is a 3-ring black notebook, and I put in those document protectors, and I stuck them in there, everything from the VA. The VA has a app that I use. I don't know. I'll go back in and look. I don't want to do it right now while I'm doing this video. But guys, if you're a veteran, to do an SRRB here, if you're not married, or you can do a tourist visa and go down every 2 months and sit there for an hour or two. I'm doing an SRRB. Cost me $3,500 or $600. That includes the $1,500 that I got to put in. If you're not a veteran and retired from the military, it's anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 you got to put in a Philippine bank. But you can use that money to purchase a condo. You can own a condo, but you can't own the land. And then they have a lot of condos down in Cebu and everything like that. But the biggest thing is get your documents apostolized. Get them all together. Get organized. CNG Consultants out of Cebu, Heidi and Jeff down there, they are on Facebook under CNG Consultation. You can Google them. You can call if you're on Facebook. I believe Mom Heidi still does a 15-minute free consultation. Check it. I don't know. I mean, I'm in the process of doing things. I just got notified my paperwork will be back here in about 15 to 25 days. And I got to go down to I want to say PRA or PSA. I got to go down for my interview. So I'm at the final steps. When I go down to Cebu, I'll do a video down there from them. I will kind of introduce you to Jeff and Mom Heidi if she's there. If she's not in her other new office in Manila, she's organizing things. She's an attorney, plus a business owner, plus she has another attorney that's there. They are great people, and they have people they're all awesome. I mean, you can even get your Philippine license and still, like, I'm going to maintain my Florida license. All they want to see is my Florida license. I can still renew my Florida license without right now, and I check. I call because I did one last, so I'm good for another 10 years. But I'm gonna have my Florida license. God forbid I got to go back to America for anything. I can rent out a car or whatever. I'm gonna have a Philippine license, and you get to keep They're not gonna take your Florida license away from you. They have that. They're going to issue a Philippine license. All they want to do is see that you have a driver's license. But make sure you get all that taken care of. You're going to come over here. If you're military, use USAA Bank. It works great. And find another bank. Use two banks. World Remitly or Remitly. One has different rate than the other. Remitly right now is at 55 pesos per every dollar. So if I was to change in $100, I get 5,500, we'll say. I'm going to round it. I'm not going to get into the cents. World Remitly's like 56. So for $100, I get $5,600 of their money. You know, I mean, you guys got to think, get things worked out. Mike from Mike's Philippine Retirement, he uses iPostal One, $9.99 a month or something like that, $10.99. And have your mail go there. You can open it up. See what it is, and you can have it scanned where you can take it and print it out, and so you have it here. I use that for my Social Security disability. I use it for my VA. I use that for my banks. I mean, I got a P.O. box here too. They send my bank statements. It takes 2-3 months to get here. It takes anywhere from 60 to 90 days. A P.O. box here cost me $20 a year. I know in America, when I looked at that, there was like 40 some dollars a year or more in Florida. There's a lot of things I can teach you, and I can tell you, hey, I'm new and learning. I'm fresh in my mind. You come up here to Dumaguete, if this is where you want to stop at first, hey, fine and dandy. You can take a tricycle to there. You can, hey, email me. All in small case, gcip0107@gmail. I'll come get you at the airport, take you to your hotel. It's not that hard to get around, unless you want to ride the tricycle and enjoy the ride. You know, they're all right there. You know, there's restaurants. There's the Mr. Sizzler. There's the Lantau. You got Dunkin' Donuts. You got Starbucks. You got McDonald's here. You got Joe's in Assault. That's a good place. Man, that's really good. There's a lot of good places, and it doesn't cost a lot. I mean, for two people to go eat, I had lunch yesterday. It was 610 pesos, which is five. I want to say $12. That's drink, and then they served so much food, ended up bringing it back home and ate it for dinner. But it's like I said, things you got to do, things you got to check. But yes, there are poisonous snakes here. There are poisonous spiders. Check on that. Yes, you're going to hear roosters. Yes, there's going to be loud music karaoke. You go down to the city, walk through there, riding a tricycle, you'll hear the businesses all got these big, huge speakers. Music blasting. Music just blasting. They just love their music. That's great. You can't even hear yourself think. That's how loud it gets. But for real, I do appreciate you all for the last video. You got questions, ask me. I'm telling you in my heart and my opinion, if you're going to marry in the Philippines, be ready because there's no divorce. Take it overseas to Thailand, over in Hong Kong. That way, If you both don't work out, it's not registered. Don't register it with the Philippine embassy. Do an SRRB, do a tourist visa. I think after 3 years, they all been saying you got to leave the country. So okay, you get on a plane, you fly over to Thailand, 3.5 hours away, about $225 round trip ticket right now to go over. You got to stay out of the country 24. But if you're going to go to Thailand, stay 3 days, stay 4 days. It's just as cheap. Go in Thailand, you're there on a little vacation, come back into the Philippines, and you start your tourist visa all over again. If you come over here for a visit, 29 days, then you got to go down to immigration and you got to extend, and that costs you. Yes, they will have guys there that are going to charge you $60, but if you don't want to sit in line, you pay them an extra 60, cost you 120. You grease the palm, you go in and get extended. Believe me, people, it is money talks here. It'll get you through a lot of things. I got to go pay an electric bill. You sit in chairs. You sit in a line and you play like musical chairs. Bidding, 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 bidding. But I'm old and they have priority lines at all the stores. Old, disabled, or whatever. If I went in with my walker, which I don't have here because they wouldn't let out on a plane from America, that's all right. I'll get one here from the VA. Anyway, they take you in front. And the people here are really nice about that. The elderly people, it's always yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, or mom. Like my personal assistant that's with me. When I ask them a question and she's standing there, they'll start talking the language to her. And I got to tell her what I'm asking. They're afraid to speak to me because they're afraid I'm going to make fun. The Filipino people are really nice. Yeah, there's a lot of maybe some attitude, rare. Yeah, but other than that, they're very helpful. They're going to take you where you want to go. If you have, they're going to ask you bag or box when you do your groceries. If you have a lot, put them in a box. They'll even carry them out to your vehicle and load them. Give them a tip. And what's 50 or 100 pesos? It's $1, $2. That's a lot to these people. The guy's backing up the car when I'm down at Lee Plaza. There. I give them 20 or 40 pesos. That's 20 cents or 40 cents. But they back cars in and out all day. The guy probably makes good money doing that. Don't be a cheap Charlie, like they say. Haircuts. I've seen haircuts from 60 pesos, 50 pesos. I pay for the one guy I use down here at the one hotel. I pay 300 to 400 pesos with tip. He cuts, shaves, he does it all. All right. It's 17 minutes. I don't want to bore you. Got questions? You can email me at gcip0107@gmail.com or leave a comment here. I am going through every comment. I am looking. I am liking and hearting, whether they're good, negative, whatever. Ask me. I'm not afraid to answer you. Have a good day. It's Friday.